8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got liftoff.
What's up, Rogues? Welcome into the Runway Update Show. We've got a great one for you here today. My name is Dulcin. You guys were begging last time for him to come back. Don't worry, he's here. Scott Gandhi joins me for the big update here. Happy to have you. Happy to be back on the update shows.
Yeah, it's good. It's I have like 3 monitors I look at, and you're here, so there's at any given point I could be looking somewhere else. So I apologize.
Yeah, getting back in front of the camera. I got the mic on, man. It's a callback, right?
Look at me.
You're happy to be back here. Look.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Scott, we've got a lot to talk about, and I think one of the biggest changes in the Runway update is a new system being added to the game, Weapon Mastery.
Weapon Mastery. Oh yeah, boys.
Right into it.
Okay.
We're not delaying at all.
Okay.
It's right there. We got to talk about it.
I should have read the show flow before this. So.
We have to do it. We have to do it.
Okay.
So we're starting off with Weapon Mastery. Give me the baseline. What is the system? And you know, I know that you guys have been working.
This Weapon Mastery is making people cry.
Yeah. So you know, Weapon Mastery. This is something that we felt pretty passionate about, and we couldn't wait.
Why is Scott's eyes not opening?
It took a lot of people a long time to pull this off, and it's finally in here. So what Weapon Mastery is. So this is a system that's about achievement, about establishing depth, allowing players to have meaningful choices. And last but certainly not least, it's about giving you all something meaningful to grind for. There's a lot of awesome content inside of here.
Little Bainy's gonna be the first with Weapon Mastery.
You unlock it.
Let's
by
go, Bainy.
Objectives in here. So what is Weapon Mastery? Weapon Mastery is what you're looking at, the future of Rogue Company.
Yep. And look, you can see the weapons list here. So why don't we jump into maybe assault rifles? We'll get our first look at some of the things that you can see there. So here's our list of assault rifles, Scott. Now, if I
the
say
new Hydra weapon,
the HRM
let's fucking go.
30 there. What am I going to be looking at as far as Weapon Mastery?
Yeah, so inside, so everything is categorized, right?
Right.
So you have your assault rifles, you have all these other elements. So when you click on a weapon,
Down 10 enemies, that's easy.
by default, you will have 1 milestone unlocked, right? And so that's in the bottom left. And so that milestone, that's your achievement. When you complete that, you are gaining
level 36 with 132k Rogue bucks.
So unlike Rogue Mastery, where all you have to do is kind of play the game, it's
That's
all
an easy
time-based.
assignment.
We
Down
wanted
10
this to
enemies.
actually
That's easy.
show your proficiency with the weapon. So it's all challenge-based. So once you unlock that one, it's going to tier up, and those challenges are going to continue to count up, and then you're going to start to master this weapon. And so with weapons by default have, well, endless levels.
Right.
But the one that we're all excited about is getting to level 5, but we'll talk about that later.
Right. And so I imagine for every assault rifle, every SMG, every sniper rifle, similar menu to this.
Yep.
Every gun in the game will have a mastery level. So we can jump back out of this menu here.
No one wants to master this weapon. We want to master the K830, the Riptide,
for the HRM
the Nightshade.
Yep.
And then I complete all
Hydra.
the milestones
And
for
Hydra.
the rest of the assault rifles. What does that mean?
So that's actually going to add to your overall class mastery, which we can get in there into a second because Brad actually did a really good job. So Brad, go back into the Harm 30K real quick. So here's what you're working for. These are the rewards. This is the stuff that the art team has done an incredible job of delivering. So when you click in here, these are your different mastery levels. So we have 5 rewards for the weapons. And at the base level, when you unlock mastery level 1, you're going to get this maze wrap. You're also going to get some progress to your legendary milestone, and then you're also gaining class mastery. So this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier, right? When you complete when you complete challenges for a specific weapon.
No. Why is it buffering? No. Where's the stream? Where did the stream go? Oh, there we go.
Class mastery, and that ties into the overall weapons master, which has this incredible reward inside of their first ever fully reactive wrap, but we'll show that later. So, Brad, go ahead and click on 2. So when you get the weapon up to level 2, you're going to get this weapon wrap. It's the Labyrinth. It looks great on a lot of guns. Now, every single weapon gets the same rewards, okay? So this applies to melee weapons. This applies to pistols. You can get a fully customized set. Now go to level 3, and each one gets a little bit more epic as you
Yeah,
can
right.
imagine.
Maze to
you know?
Labyrinth to Mirage. It's a
So
natural
Mirage,
progression,
yeah,
right?
right? And so same thing. Now you're getting a little bit more class master. Here's the temper. And we
Ooh,
just
that one
love
looks super
how
cool.
this looks inside
That
the
one
fighting.
looks super cool, the
Now,
temper.
here's the big
Ooh,
one. Here's the big
Quicksilver.
Woo.
Level 5.
Ooh,
This is
that
where the
looks
system
insane.
starts adding a lot of depth and meaning and mastery to Rogue Company. So when you get to level 5, you unlock
Ooh,
the
that one is
Quicksilver
hot.
wrap. Animated, looks great. Then you also unlock the rare banner for the individual weapon.
Nice.
Then you get the mastery kill feed colors. So when you see this in the kill feed, right, you're like, oh, this guy, he's got a level 5 weapon.
That's why,
He
right?
means business. He means
Nice.
business.
That's cool.
Or she.
Mastery kill
Then,
feed color.
here's the big
That's
piece,
dope.
Okay? When you get to level 5 of a weapon, you unlock this weapon for all rogues who have this weapon class. Now, what does that mean? Because we can get a little semantic-y
Right,
inside of here, you know? If a character has assault rifles, so the Harm 30K, so when you get to level 5, you can use that weapon on all of the other rogues that it's applicable.
Yeah, Nexus,
So
that's
we
super
gave
sick.
you- the UI team did an incredible job, led by Noah Wood, of making sure that you know which rogues would have access to this weapon when you unlock it. And that really helps you make decisions as to, well, okay, you know, I really like SMGs, you know? Well, okay, well, if I unlock the 24S, who could I use that on? Oh, I get to use that on Scorch.
Of course.
And now you're getting to express yourself inside of the game based on your weapon choice. And that's the power.
And it looks incredible. I imagine the milestones, do they get a little more difficult from
They do.
from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, and that's a great point. So go ahead and back out one step, Brad. Thank you very much. So as you unlock these, and Brad, did you unlock any of these by chance on any of them? Did you do it on the Riptide? Oh, you're so good to me.
There you go.
So these are the base levels of all of these achievements or of these milestones. And when you complete them, they're going to tier up, and they're going to get harder and harder and harder. And then from there, they'll plateau out. But always they're just building the weapons mastery up, and you're getting the level bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're also contributing to your overall class mastery, which contributes to your overall weapon mastery. And God,
That achievement doesn't look too difficult. Down 10 enemies, down 10 enemies with
Zoom back out
ADS,
a little bit. So
deal 250
this is,
damage.
You get level 5
Not too
on
difficult.
all these guns, on all the assault rifles. We can now take a look at what assault rifle rewards you're going to get. My goodness.
yeah, it's
I'm
the
nervous.
Midas.
Those were difficult challenges.
Ooh,
I suck at shooting,
Midas.
So I'm not sure I'm ever going to get the Midas.
Look
but
at that
Well,
Midas.
you
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it might be, but the Midas looks mighty good up there. And you know what? That's enough. That alone is enough to make me probably grind out. A lot of these
man.
hard challenges. But
Yeah.
That
there
looks
is some
insane.
More,
Looks
in this
great.
list here, you got a banner and a title as well. But my God, I don't want to click off of this skin, Scott. That looks
I know
good.
the skin looks great. You know, you get the banner to show your proficiency. Brad, do me a favor. Go check out the 24S with the Midas wrap on there. It's one of those ones that the SMGs, you know, you can just kind of feel the swag in there.
Oh my.
I can
Oh
see it
my.
now. I can see a Lancer
Oh yeah.
gunning me down
Right?
Oh my.
with this rifle.
The best part is when you're at this point, most likely, you know, that
Right.
SMG could be used on not just Lancer. And so the big piece here, which you can't really tell,
And still Nova, Bainey. We still have to see the Nova.
is that this is reactive, meaning when
What does
you
that mean?
shoot, when you shoot the weapon, it's actually going to change overall, and you're going to see it. And Brad's going to be able to demonstrate us here, I believe. I think he's
Maybe.
got it.
We'll give it a try, but it changes color, something like that, while you're shooting, and it looks absolutely amazing, I imagine. So, it's almost a Christmas tree, right? You start
It
at the
is.
bottom, you got one individual gun in the
That's
class,
a good way of putting it.
and then it gets maybe it's a reverse Christmas tree. You start very specific at the bottom with the one mastery, and then you go up a little bit. Then you complete all the AR challenges, or the you said I was going to call them challenges, and I did. You complete all the milestones on the ARs,
Yeah.
and so then you master the assault rifle class. What happens down here towards the bottom? I see weapons master.
Yep.
Brad at 0% unlocked, but I imagine as you
Here's
get
the
some of
Nova.
the
Let's see the
classes
Nova
after.
skin. That's the one we're waiting for.
Now, this
Legendary
is
universal
Nova
weapon.
Legendary wrap. So yes, you get
Ooh.
the title. Yes, you get this incredible Weapons Master Legendary banner. But this Legendary wrap is fully reactive, and it changes throughout the match. It has different stages, right?
Yep.
So it starts off and it's a little base, and then you get the electricity built up, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it looks amazing on every weapon. Now, to be clear, this works on every single weapon when you unlock it, right? So this is your pistol.
Sheesh!
Your
Ooh,
weapon,
that is odd, boys.
everything. And that's probably the coolest part of all of it, is that as soon as you get to the weapons master, you just know that you're so fully kitted out that it's like your parents picking out your clothes. You know, you already know what you're gonna wear.
And you know what? That's intimidating. That's an intimidating wrap as well.
The skin is so good.
Running around with that on the enemy team
Yeah,
across
the title and the banner is fine, but that Nova weapon
You're
wrap.
going to be running around with that pretty early on
Sheesh.
here in this one. And Ultimate Weapons Master, I can't think of a better title to slap on there after getting all the milestones done and then the legendary banner there as well. I do think unique and probably worth mentioning, if you go back to the weapon class menu here, you know, it's not only limited to ARs, DMRs, LMGs, shotguns, sniper rifles, excuse me, SMGs, melee and gadget are also going to have some things you have to work towards as well.
Melee and gadget
so I think that adds a little
well.
extra spice into it. You got to get in there with the melee weapons and gadgets and things like that. And I'm curious, so down enemies with swing, and then it looks like you get skins for your baseball bats and all that sort of stuff as well. So you got to include the melees and the gadgets in the mastery rewards.
And so it is important to note that unlike primary weapons, pistols actually don't unlock globally for all the other characters.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about Sigrid running around with
That's a
a
good
revolver
point.
and a shield, or an executioner and a shield, right? It gets a little bit too strong inside of there. And the same thing with melee weapons. Melee weapons do not unlock globally for all the different
Let me
characters.
switch off my camera so you guys can see
And
properly.
the final piece, which is Brad is showing off right now, is when you have completed, when you have unlocked a weapon at level 5, you actually have the ability to go into an individual rogue and set it as your favorite weapon. So if I'm an Anvil player and I really like the SKL-6, well, I can just favorite it, then it's going to be my default weapon that I see in my in-game shop.
And I think this is a really good way, actually, of visualizing more specifically what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
where,
go ahead
where
and click on
anyone who can equip an LMG will have the option shotguns as well. And so I think that was a really awesome way of sort of visualizing things there. So weapon mastery, the big change getting added in here in the runway update. Any kind of final thoughts on weapon mastery? Anything that I did a poor job of?
No, you did
new shooting range as well. There is the new shooting range.
The friends of pretty hair shine
That's right.
very strong, sir. No, I think.
Are we gonna see the new shooting range
well,
here?
I think
Let's
we're gonna
see.
get in game and we'll actually
Let's
be
see
able
if this
to
is a
how
new
the,
shooting range.
The favorite system works there with weapon mastery. I always love the walk-in. I gotta say, from day number 1, playing Rogue
you're
Company,
you're
a big
walking
walk-in
kind of
guy. Absolutely.
Okay.
And and here's the thing. And I've prefaced this entire conversation with how average I am at shooter games. You feel great for a moment. You're walking in. You're feeling good. You're geared up, and then I get
Oh
blasted by
yes,
a guy
new
with
shooting
the
range.
ultimate
Let's
weapon
fucking
master
go.
title, and then I'm sad there. For a
Also,
little bit.
surprise, new shooting range. What up? It's awesome.
We do love that. So new shooting range is being added in here as well.
Yep.
Some yardages, and this will be a good opportunity for players to practice the weapon mastery, the shots here, with that. All right, so we're not gonna show any of this in game.
Yeah, that's in the patch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How do you want me to segue this?
It's in.
Okay. Are we gonna go into this screen right here?
We should do that, and then let's do the reveal.
Oh. Did they reveal something that was not supposed to be revealed? Oh. Oh my.
Good
Fail!
thing you noticed it. I was just gonna roll right on through.
Trust Brad, Andy,
Oh no.
as you should. You should just do that.
Bruh. They gone fucked up. They gone fucked up.
All right, so now we get an opportunity to jump in game, look at the weapon menu, and you can see kind of the swap icon there. And I imagine that's where you're going to get to make the changes in the weapon mastery
Clipping that
department
shit.
when you get more LMGs, more shotguns, things like that.
Yeah, so this
Clipping
is
that shit.
technically a new shop. If you could just hit back real quick for me, you can see that every when you're on this default screen, as you unlock more weapons, you'll get to see how many of each category are available to you.
Oh, right.
And so you see that you have one shotgun available, one LMG. And so when you hit swap, go ahead and click into swap.
Oh no. And data stream is like crashing again.
Now you're getting to see all of the other weapons that you can have access to if you unlock them.
Yep.
And they're
They are
locked
clumsy.
for a reason because you can't equip them, but that is how you would go ahead and switch through. Now, from our previous season, our buy one, get one system still works the exact same way. If you unlock every single assault rifle and you buy the KA-30 and you fully upgrade it, and now all of a sudden you want to just swap to the Harm 30K, you can, free of charge. Same thing happens when you swap between individual weapons as well.
Got it. So the fluidity of the game, at least in that department, continues.
Yep.
And so I'm very excited and intrigued on how the different weapon of the same class will start to change some of the meta and the gameplay around some of these certain rogues. So I believe now we're going to get to take a peek at another new addition, or changed edition, maybe a new shooting range here.
That's right.
In Rogue Company in the Runway update, and it looks good.
Yeah, for some of us online have already seen this from the ArtStation dump that the Rogue Company art team has done, but this is the brand new shooting range. This is the Rogue Company training facility. It's full of
Looks like
world
Dr.
building,
Disrespects.
there's some basketball, and this is just one of those tiny
Looks
tiny
like a
additions
Dr.
that
Disrespects
really
arena.
shows how much the environment team led by Dan Brown and Matt Demaray care. You know, like we put
Absolutely.
a lot of effort into really getting the personality
Work hard,
of
play
Rogue
harder.
Company and our universe into here.
Wow, and that's actually super unique. So the zip line over the top that that Brad just took there, you can work on some of your accuracy while,
Look good,
while
get
flying
paid.
through the map here. And we got the rogues running around on the top, running down to the bottom. So it's and to your point there, Scott.
Yep.
Very clearly, a lot of love went into this. You want to make sure that you can practice your accuracy in different types of scenarios. So you're going to have the bots running around, and you can work on that. You can jump on the zip line and see if we can hit a shot while they're running around. I was going to put Brad on the spot there, but we elected not to. And I do like, I'll admit from my perspective, I love the openness of it, right?
Yeah.
There are some shooting ranges where you get in, you're really locked in, and you just kind of sit there and stand there. The fact that you can run around, move to the different areas, I think is really awesome. This is an awesome change. And very excited to watch.
You play
players
shooting range
begin.
maybe 2 times.
Nervous though, again, about the upgrade in playability.
This
The
new
upgrade in
shooting
skill
range
level
looks
of, my
super good.
opponents.
Very
Once they
nice
jump
shooting
into
range.
So,
the new
you know, the
shooting range.
shooting range has been one of these core pieces of inside of our game for
Of
quite
course.
some time, and getting to do the full visual update while maintaining everything that's special about the original was something that, you know, was very important to us, and I think the team did a great job. You got some pictures of Sigrid. We have
No guns.
Brad, could you go all the way over to your right? No, the other way. Nope, 180 that way. Yep, that wall. There is a sign. Oh man, this is failing. But you get to see a picture
Brad.
of Scorch.
Right.
There's a sign in here that's really funny. That just
We'll
be
leave
on
it
the
as an
lookout
Easter
for
egg.
Easter eggs.
It'll be an Easter egg.
There you go.
So the shooting range.
I don't know what they
looks
showed. What?
incredible, and players going to get to jump in, get their hands on it, and
Yeah.
practice with those weapons, improve that weapon mastery in the new weapon mastery system. It all works together. It all just works out
He's getting it.
so well. Yeah, I'm
He's
learning
starting,
quickly. I'm
you
learning
know.
quickly.
He's
Don't
got it.
don't you worry over there, Scott. All right. So the big change, weapon mastery. We fleshed that out. We've discussed it. I'm sure people will be tweeting at you. I see you interacting on Twitter constantly. If you have any more questions, just flood him with everything. Sorry, I'm setting you up here. And then we got to look
Part of
at
the
the shooting range in Rogue Company as well. So now we get back to a little bit more tried and true. We've got some new cosmetics.
Bring
to
on
look
the
at.
skins.
And the skins, look, you talk about the environment team, you talk about the animation, the art, everything around, it just all looks so good. And so the first thing we're going to get to look at is a new Kestrel skin, Empress Kestrel.
It's her first true, if you will.
Okay.
It's the first like real skin for her.
And it looks good, doesn't it?
The Kestrel
Yeah.
Empress.
My goodness.
Nice.
I love the
the amount
detail
of
work.
Yeah, I was going to say the amount of the individual specific detail work that looks like that did go into this skin. I don't think can be understated. It looks absolutely incredible. All the jewelry and everything.
Yeah, the
The
material.
Kestrel
work.
Empress. That's pretty
Very
dope.
well done.
Rishikesh, calm
Yeah,
down
the
that side.
Runway art team
Calm
keeps
down,
going, I
Rishikesh.
Kenzie Lamar over there, really leading those guys
Yep.
and girls to a strong.
Calm down,
showing
Rishikesh.
every single patch.
Don't get excited now because of this Kestrel skin. Calm down.
Overall.
Absolutely.
And the teams. Yeah.
And lucky for us, that's only the first thing we have to look at here, or get to look at here.
We're gonna get to show off my girl. Oh wait,
Yeah.
that's not that time yet. We're not talking about the new rogue yet.
You're
Sorry.
getting ahead of things. Oh.
I just,
What'd you
you
say?
know,
Yeah, well, I already teased the name of the new rogue at least 7 times as far as the update show goes. So yeah,
it's
Runway.
Wave Run.
Oh, Wave Runner. I've never seen anyone not smile on a Wave Runner. Let's take a look at the next skin that's being tossed into the game here.
Pow!
Switchblade Skin. This one looks awesome as well. Pop art. I made the oh, what was the joke? The Andy Warhol joke earlier on. I don't know.
Pow.
No soup cans on this one, but great looking skin as well. And it's a bundle, so you get the weapon.
Sometimes
wraps as well.
jokes are really only good.
That's a cool bundle. I like this
Yeah,
bundle.
that's right. Well, I said it off camera, and it really
Not saying
hit
that
them.
that applies to your joke.
Everyone was laughing when I said it the
Yeah,
first time that they came in. They were clapping, and it just landed a little flat this time. But this is the Pop Art Switchblade bundle.
That's
You
a
can
very
get the,
nice
the weapon
bundle.
skins,
I don't have a skin yet for Switchblade, so that's definitely a bundle I'll pick
Yeah,
up.
a little bit
Very
of
cool bundle.
animation, all themed around pop art, Switchblade. Switchblade, super fun.
Yep. Super cool looking skin there as well. All right, so the fun is not over. Not yet. So we got another skin that we're going to get to take a look at moving up next here. I believe, I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Could be getting ahead of myself here. Mac Field Operative is the next skin that we're going to take a look at, talk a little bit about. And if it's anything like the previous art that we've seen up to this point, I imagine it's going to look absolutely amazing. And it is.
Ooh.
Oh,
Look at him.
One for
Oh
one
man,
is me.
that's
My goodness, the guns on this guy.
oh Mac.
It's like your spirit animal.
That looks
That's right.
badass.
Can you grow a beard?
I
Like that?
can. I actually shaved not long ago.
What does that mean? Like,
This is, so I have a trimmer, and that was like, I trimmed maybe 2 days ago down to this. To get to your status, I'm
say 5 hours and see what happens.
3 weeks. 3 years until I get to Scott
I'm
Gandhi
just
level.
kidding.
So that was Field
It's
Operative.
a pretty
Mac.
average beard overall, but thank you.
No, scruff is all the rage nowadays.
It's not.
And the Field Operative Mac has some of that. So make sure to take a look at that when he gets added into the game. All right, so there's some emotes now that we get to look at here as well. These are always my favorite because in the rare chance I do end up getting a kill, taunting my enemy in unique ways is always a fun way of doing
Yeah,
it. So
it's camaraderie.
that's right. You do it with your play, but I do it in the you took an L emote.
Oh,
And that's
those-
just such a classic, isn't it? Just throwing
It
up the old
is.
L on the forehead. You need one, and feels bad when it happens to you. Team spirit as well. Something about the pom poms adds a little extra disrespect, and I think that's a good thing.
That is the best emote to use on someone like Fixer and
Yep.
Anvil, just because it makes absolutely no sense for them, but it's amazing.
What you gonna do here?
Yeah, Benny.
Oh!
All the
You
weapon
were the-
skins,
Did they put the little dots
the
on
rogue
you,
skins,
and you did this to? Did you motion
cosmetics.
capture?
It's very good in this
Absolutely
game.
not,
It's super
you did.
good.
I wish.
Super good
I
skins,
wish,
Benny.
wish
I
you
would
did.
look really good doing it. Don't get it twisted. You
No,
know,
I
you guys-
imagine you would, which is why I assumed that was you, and I almost saw your fluidity in the emote there. All right, so
they
if you knew
do,
emotes
they do
getting
say
out of
I'm nimble like a cat.
Did they
Well,
say
kitty
that?
cat. Yeah,
Who says that?
someone.
Someone says it. Someone out there has said it. I'll echo that.
It'll
Nimble like a
come.
cat. It will. So 3 new emotes that you're going to get to look at there. Team Spirit, You Took the L, and Vogue Drop, modeled officially by none other than Scott Gandhi, and that's been confirmed here live and now. All right, so those are
True.
the new skins, new emotes, things like that. They all look beautiful.
Yep.
Don't want to miss any of those, so keep
Nope.
your eyes open when the new update drops. All right, so now we got to move on to a very fun topic, and you're very involved with this on Twitter, as you are with everything else. The game balance is going to be receiving a few changes here in the
Trying to get comfortable.
I know, right? You gotta situate yourself, get yourself comfortable. All right, so let's move on to game balance. Let's start.
Yep.
Let's start things off.
Run me through it.
First and foremost with the conviction here. I believe we're making.
Yeah, Benny.
Yeah,
Public
so
testing
here's
server
the thing.
tomorrow. PTS is live tomorrow, so
Conviction
live
has
stream
been
also
one of the
tomorrow.
strongest weapons that we actually have inside a Rogue Company for a couple of patches. And we've isolated where it overperforms based on its accuracy. So even though this just kind of is a broad term for lowered accuracy, what we've done here is we've reduced the aim over shoulders accuracy and the max accuracy gain that you actually get when you fire the weapon. So we wanted to maintain the identity of the gun, right? We think it's a super awesome mechanic, and it also helps mitigate people who kind of re-peek or kind of try to abuse third-person advantage or third-person camera to their advantage, right? So we didn't want to take that away, but we did want to make sure that the weapon was performing a little bit closer.
Yo, thanks
to,
for the sub, Edison. Let's
other
go.
weapons in was by far and away the best gun that we had in our game. So we needed to make some adjustments inside of there, and we feel pretty good about the accuracy adjustment.
Yep, and that'll be hopefully a good, comfortable change there for people who love using a Conviction. That's the first bit of update. The Deadeye also is receiving a bit of a change here in this next big update.
Yep.
And
So
some damage reduction, fall-off damage, getting some tweaks as well.
yeah, so you know. The Deadeye's gone through a little bit of the past. Not as crazy as the MXR. Everybody knows I love the MXR. That's like my child.
Yep.
But the Deadeye, over time, we kind of just made one change, made another change, then another.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, before you knew it, this gun was by far and away the best DMR in class. And it really can be isolated down to two issues. One, the range is pretty damn good.
Oh, it is.
Right? The range is really far, and in most of the encounters that you get in, you don't have to worry about the fall-off range. The second part, which is the most important part, is that at any range, the Deadeye actually would 3-tap in your body, and then for the first 2 fall-off ranges, it could 2-tap in your head. So you never really were penalized by range, and with the time to kill of this weapon, the 3-tap to the body was just a little bit too easy for people. So we have just reduced that fall-off damage to bring it more in line, so you're not just guaranteed to
Yo,
kill.
Jensen Ramos. Thanks for the sub, bro. Let's go, Jensen Ramos. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub, bro. Much
Most people
appreciated.
don't know it's the Deadeye. They go the D3DI, and then I'm like,
I'm 90% sure I made that mistake last time.
I'm like,
and
man,
now there's a whole
didn't
new
stick.
world of puns that are opening themselves up to me. All right, so
Yep.
those are the Deadeye changes that'll be rolling into the next update. Moving on to the 24S and the SLC. Similar ideas in their fall-off damage category.
Yeah, so this one is the 24S and the SLC have had reduced fall-off damage.
Right.
Okay, and really, both of these guns were overperforming outside of their optimal ranges. And when I look at the community feedback and I look on social media, the majority of people are coming to me and saying, hey, the 24S is way too good, and the data supports you. And so we are making some adjustments on the 24S and the SLC to kind of bring it more in line. The SLC wasn't as big of an offender, right? It was largely the 24S, but the SLC still was a little bit too good outside of its primary range.
So fall-off damage seems to be a trend here. We're gonna break that trend a little bit.
That's right.
We're gonna break that trend and then maybe come back to it a little bit later. Sahara is the next gun in the game that is gonna have some changes being tweaked to it. Less in the fall-off damage category, more in the accuracy category. Yeah,
so the Sahara is widely considered to be one of the most consistent assault rifles in the game, and also is believed to be one of the strongest, especially by more of the high-tier players inside of the game. So when we looked at it, we looked at the numbers, and we said, well, the data points that it is a little bit more consistent than our other weapons, but it didn't seem to be isolated to the damage or the damage ranges, and so it looked like it just on average, it was a little bit too consistent with its accuracy. So we have reduced the accuracy to kind of bring it more in line with other weapons.
And those changes will make you need to be more of a Deadeye. I really slammed it in there a second time.
Woo!
Not even
Next
on the same
one.
gun. Next
Let's
one.
get
We're
through
moving
this.
on from that one. Right. We're gonna don't worry. We're gonna keep things rolling here. KA-30, the next weapon that's gonna be
It's a buff.
receiving some changes. And this time it's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's
so
go,
here's the reality
KA-30
with
buff.
the KA-30.
Let's fucking go.
The gun hasn't been good for a little bit, and we apologize for that. We love the KA-30, and over time, as we added more and more assault rifles, we kind of lost track of its former glory. And so the KA-30, we are increasing the headshot damage from 29 to 31. And why do you care about that? Well, that means that if you hit 2 headshots, you just need to hit 2 body shots in its optimal kill ranges, and you're going to be able to take down your enemies. Before, you needed to land basically all 4 headshots in order to kill them, and that was just a little bit too difficult for people. In addition to that, the KA-30, unfortunately, had the worst accuracy of all of our assault rifles. So we went ahead and we said, well, we're going to give it a little bit of a buff inside of this category. So the goal with this is to bring the KA-30 more in line with all of our other weapons, like the Riptide and the Nightshade. And we feel pretty confident about that here with these changes.
All right, so those are the block of the weapons updates in the game. Think that'll be good for comfortability. So let's move on to some non-weapony things here. Some game balance that's occurring. Dallas losing EMP for Adrenaline. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so look, Dallas, we gave him the last patch. We gave
Oh
him,
man, Dallas is gonna be
the
dope.
Riptide instead of the
Adrenaline shot.
right?
Let's
That kinda helped
fucking
him a
go.
lot, actually, inside of his win rate. Then in addition to that, when we were looking at Dallas, Dallas isn't a rogue who really uses the EMPs to his advantage. He's definitely more of a momentum-based intel character.
Yep.
Why the momentum comes from, in order to proc that ability over and over again, you need to get downs, right? And in order for him to stay in the fight, he kind of needs something that he can gain health. And so the idea here is that we give him Adrenaline Stim instead of EMP. He's able to stay in the fights a little bit longer, pop his ability more, and be a little bit more dominant on the field.
Love my boy Dallas, so I think that'll work for me.
You're a Dallas guy?
I'm a big Dallas guy.
Okay.
Not Cowboys, but the in game itself.
Doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It just sucks that they're like the most like profitable and the best overall.
And they're on Hard Knocks this year. Unreal. Unbelievable. Moving on to a different rogue, Seeker. Passive getting some changes. 2 times damage now on Seeker's passive.
Yeah, so this is one that we are looking for a lot of feedback from the community on this one. Through all the surveys, Seeker is one of the more requested characters to get a buff, and a lot of the general trend of feedback has been, hey, we would really, like, bounce body shots are already so difficult. Can we have them kill enemies? And so this is something that we want a lot of feedback on from the PTS, so please make sure you can designate some time to play this and give us feedback on it.
So we'll see how that affects Seeker and make some changes moving forward, depending on how it's received.
That's
C4 gadget. I also love the C4, tossing that one out, getting some kills here, but it's going to be receiving some changes in this update.
Yep, so here's the thing with C4. C4, originally, really strong. Little floaty. It was kind of like you could throw like a Frisbee and then it kind of landed.
Yep.
And then we kind of brought it back. And so, we kind of over-nerfed and then we brought it into like a little bit of a middle area. The goal with these C4 changes are, there's been a lot of complaints around when I throw the C4, it feels like it takes forever for it to hit the ground, right? It's just like, why won't it hit the ground? So we reworked how you throw the C4, so we gave it more weight, but we also maintained the same distances. So now when you throw it, it's going to go up and it's also going to land a little bit quicker. In addition to that, these changes make it so the C4 gets shot out of your hand less. So you get a more consistent C4 experience, because ultimately, a lot of the times when you have the C4, you're in here, someone's around the corner, you're like, oh, okay, and you throw it, But when you get here, you die, or you throw it, and then you're waiting, and you're like, please, just let me hit, and then you die. But now, both of those scenarios, you throw it, what up?
Boom. That's a nice quality of life change.
Yep.
And so I think C4 in a bit of a better spot now. And then one final bit of game balance that's being changed, not with a rogue or a weapon or a gadget, but respawn timer in King of the Hill is receiving a bit of a increase. Was 5 seconds, now 7 seconds in King of the Hill.
Yeah, this is a big shout out to a lot of the competitive guys out there. So Cannibals, Gronky, Cool Matt, a lot of the other people who always kind of weigh in. Rome is a big contributor there. Radthar as well. A big piece of feedback on King of the Hill 4v4, which is played competitively on the weekends for our tournaments, is, hey, sometimes it doesn't feel like we have a respawn time at all. And when we kill the enemy team, and sometimes it might be an advantage for them.
Stream buffer again. Why is the stream buffing? Come on!
We see what it's like if we had a longer respawn time. We took that in consideration. We tested a lot of different times, and we ended up increasing the overall respawn time from 5 seconds to 7 seconds. And it actually does create a much more competitive experience, but also a more enjoyable experience.
Hey, and don't die, and this won't affect you, right? That's how that goes?
Pretty much.
That's how that goes.
Just don't die.
Don't die in King of the Hill. Then you won't have to worry about the increased respawn time. All right, so that's it for the game balance section of the big update, the big runway update. And don't worry, Scott Gandhi, we're getting there. One final thing we've got to talk about.
It's the time.
And it's the big one. I was going to say way run, but I want to make sure that it's very clean and clear. Let's talk about the new rogue being added into the game. Runway finally makes her appearance after what I noted was the appearance in the first ever video way back when.
Let's go, baby!
Now we get to see Runway.
Finally, Runway.
It's so exciting to see. Literally, the entire Rogue Company development team has been eagerly waiting to put Runway, a.k.a. the shopkeep, a.k.a. the arms dealer, into our game. And so you guys can read the bio when it comes out into the game, but this one, I want to take a second and just say this has been one of the most enjoyable experiences because we got to see the community understand that, oh, wow, they're going to do the shop. You know, we had a year of, when are they going to do the arms deal? And then recently it was, oh, my God, the arms dealer's in the game. That's the silver-haired lady from the cinematic. Right. And then from there, you know, we started rolling out the ability and things along those lines. And this has been just such a unbelievably incredible journey to work on. Very tough character to get right.
Yep.
Throughout all of the iterations, definitely one of the ones that was a little bit harder for us because, you know, we already knew who she was.
Sure.
You know, and then the players already knew who she was. And so a little bit of the difficulty there was sometimes through the design iteration, what you end up doing is you move away entirely from a concept. So like arms dealer, right? If that wasn't working out for us, you know, sometimes it would be like, okay, you know what, she's not going to be an arms dealer. It's going to be something else. But for this one, we had to stay true to it, and we turned out getting something pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looks incredible. I was one of those people, literally when we started talking about it, I was like, wait, I saw her on the cinematic. Now I get to see her in game. Awesome. So probably had enough time at this point to read those abilities. Let's jump into the armory a little bit here. Hydra.
This is a nice setup.
Weapon.
Hydra, new weapon.
Katana, Trip Mine, and Semtex, but look at that AR. My good. Already 13 downs for Brad here with the Hydra. Looks good.
Brad's been working out. So for those of you who saw the cinematic, which is basically everybody who's watching this, right? This is the weapon that's modeled after the one that was inside of that cinematic. In the cinematic, we called it the Mamba. The Mamba obviously is already a gun inside of our game, and so this is the Hydra. It's the exact same experience. This is a slow-firing, heavy-hitting assault rifle. It packs a punch.
Oh, feels good, yeah.
It is, as the kids say, chunky.
I was going to say chunky, so I'm glad you said it. So I didn't
That's right.
I
don't know if kids actually say that. I just am kind of pulling.
Am I a kid? I don't know. I'm 26.
Yeah.
This weapon looks
I
badass. Super solid.
Close enough. Look, I say chunky, and I think that adds.
God, look how good that looks.
Yeah, it looks incredible, doesn't it? And so that adds a little bit to the range there. There is something to be said, and at the risk of saying it too many times, there is something to be said about a very good feeling, slow-firing, chunky, damage-dealing AR, right? And when you're accurate, it just feels good. The feeling when playing with a gun like that.
Ooh, that's hot, boys.
Incredible. And hey, you're gonna get
that is hot.
mastery rewards.
It shows off all of these skins so perfectly because of how much extra building. Yeah, it's so much surface area.
Oh man,
truly great.
Yeah, this is gonna be my day one mastery. I'm gonna be the Hydra master after a few hours of play.
Okay,
maybe.
So Brad, let's bring it back. Let's bring it all the way back.
Yeah, that's right.
Go up to the bio real quick for me.
All right, so we're up to the bio now.
Okay.
We're going rogue here.
I had to get out of the memory lane. Now, the role. This is our first hybrid support. And so what that means is technically she has a support, but she has the ability to kind of take over a game if she will, if she wants to, or if she needs to, if her team wants it.
Yep.
So starting off with the passive, fully loaded. Runway is able to equip both her primary weapons. Now the second primary weapon actually replaces your pistol. If you do want your pistol, you can go to it.
And she's AR and
in addition
sniper.
to that, this is our third sniper class that we've actually put together inside of here. So, Runway, when you purchase this, and we'll check it out here in a second, when you purchase one weapon, you get both of them. When you upgrade one, you upgrade both of them. So you are upgrading both at the exact same time. The ability, we'll show it off in-game as to how it works, but just know that it's special.
Infinite ammo and refilling gadgets feels pretty good, I think.
Come on, man.
It's literally right there.
Nah, man.
You're right. That's on me. I said it, and it wasn't obvious enough. All right, so Runway, we've got the abilities, the passives. Looked at the armory a little bit. Maybe we jump down to the perks and see what Runway is going to be rolling with in-game. Berserker, padded
Berserker, nimble hands, headstrong. Not the strongest perks. Not the strongest perks. I don't like the perks. I actually don't like the perks. Weak perks, in my opinion. Weak perks.
Going through this is the mastery rewards. Again, absolutely incredible work here. The avatar showing off the briefcase ability.
Ooh,
emote,
that emote.
That
emote. That's a badass. Badass emote.
Snap of the fingers, the briefcase opens. That's the mastery emote.
This is probably the best mastery banner in the game, I'd say.
But wait, who's that?
So, who you're seeing?
We're gonna get there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You baited me. You baited me.
I baited you a little bit.
And
That's
there's
on
the
me.
border.
That's on me. When I have the ability to do that sometimes. And there's your epic title mastery badge, as well. Look, you gotta sow a little intrigue into the mix here. Who was that, you might ask? But we're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna jump into the shooting range here, see how she feels, and take a look. I'm the high anticipation around seeing this Hydra shoot. I don't think can be understated.
God, look at her.
AR and sniper, that's a fun combo as well. And then plenty of ARs to unlock through the weapons mastery system, then a couple snipers to get in there as well. And I can see on your face, and you know, I know the viewers at home can't, the pride around having Runway finally come into the game.
It's you know,
looks awesome.
This character went through, like, on the design side, you know, it went through a lot of iterations.
Yeah.
And
one of the more difficult ones you've had to design,
yeah,
you
it's
think?
definitely one of the more difficult ones. Just because, again, you know, the community already had an idea of who she was, and we had to stay true to that. And
right.
I'd be wrong if I didn't think Matthew Carey, who was the gameplay programmer throughout all these iterations, he was absolutely incredible in making sure that he was responding. He understood where we were going. He came up with a lot of these ideas as well.
Yep.
Semtex is good.
Kind of create something
Berserker,
pretty awesome.
Nimble
So,
Hands,
here's
Helping
how it
Hands,
works.
Headstrong.
So
Good
Runway
perks.
has a
Kinda,
custom shop experience. So
Ooh.
Brad, go ahead and buy the Hydra. When you buy the Hydra, boom. Now go ahead and close the shop. You get both of them.
You do
and
get
so
both.
you see both are there. Hydra's on your back. Your sniper's out. You can flip-flop between these two. You have it from this point on.
Yep.
Now, Brad, go ahead and open up the shop. Let's go ahead and hit swap under assault rifles, please. So, once you have all of those other ones unlocked, you can actually choose a different assault rifle here, obviously, but you cannot have two sniper rifles.
Right.
Right? It doesn't give you that ability. You're still locked into an assault rifle and a sniper rifle.
But if I were to swap out for a new AR, it would come in as level
Absolutely.
1, tier 1 upgrade. I imagine same for tier 2, tier 3 onward.
Whatever you upgraded it to, you'll have that when you swap. Yep.
Got it.
Okay. Now, Brad, go ahead and buy a Semtex grenade. Let's get ready to show off this ability, shall we? And really, again, big shout out here to the UI team and the client team for actually making this happen. There's a lot of extra work to really sell this passive ability, and we did a great job. So here's the ability. So supply on demand gives Runway a briefcase that she can deploy on the ground. And so Brad is going to go ahead and throw it. You can throw it a pretty short distance. And there's been a lot of confusion as to how this is going to work, right? Because some of it got data mined. And so normally that means that it leads to some confusion. So what you see here is that there are two bullet icons right in the middle.
Yep.
Only two people can interact with this.
Got it.
Runway is always able to, Runway can be one of those people who interact with it. Okay?
That's just team choice.
Yep. So it's not just for her team, it's for her and her team. Now, when you interact with this, you are going to get, if you have purchased a gadget, you are going to get max supply of those gadgets, and you're also going to get infinite ammo. You can tell you have infinite ammo by looking at the right-hand side of your screen and seeing that blue bar. And this also applies to friendly players as well.
Yep. And a bullet went away on your little refresh thing there, and so you're able to keep track of who is upgraded or who has refilled themselves.
Exactly.
As the game goes on.
So, Brad, let's get into the fun part here.
That's
I don't
dope.
see this Hydra shoot.
That's a very good ability.
Oh, you're not going to see it.
30 seconds?
You need to, Brad, don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. Don't
Come
shoot it.
on!
Brad, go ahead and buy a trip mine.
I'm going to lose my mind.
It's okay. It's all about the ability right now. We'll show the Hydra here in a second.
You're right.
So, whatever version of gadget you purchase, right, that's what you get max copies of. So, now Brad's going to go through all of his gadgets. He used every single one of them, right? Brad, go ahead and interact with it again. He's got all of his trip mines, and he also has all of the Semtex as well, and those are max level. For those of you who don't know, which is probably a decent amount, you can only have 3 trip mines, you can only have 4 trip mines out at one given time. If you do more than that, one of them is going to get deleted.
Right.
And so Brad, because he's like screaming at me here, and in shooting range, this doesn't actually convey the right way, which is why I was like, oh god, let me get this. Let's shoot the Hydra.
That was satisfying. All right, time is now. I yelled at Scott Gandhi, and now I get to take.
Brad, don't shoot anybody yet. Shoot off into the distance.
Oh man, it's slow fire. I hate that.
Chunk.
See, even just the sound. I don't even need to.
That's
need to
way
hear
too
the
slow.
markers
I
yet.
don't like it.
Just the way that.
It looks beefy, but
sound.
way too slow.
And I got to admit, seeing this for the first time, feels like the recoil is right about enough as well. You know, it kind of kicks you back a little bit, but
this is fully upgraded too.
Right.
So,
not overwhelming, you know, necessarily.
Way too much recoil. Way too slow. Shitty weapon.
There you go. Let's check out just the base level.
Okay.
Okay. We'll start off with the base here. You know, it's chunky. Now, Brad, lay into somebody.
Please.
You know, so this assault rifle has the most range.
Mhm.
Woo!
Yeah, that feels good.
Now, Brad, go ahead and upgrade this thing. Show them what we're really working with.
Yeah, that's base level.
That's base. We're not here for just the base.
Now pump the base up. Give me 4 tiers.
Look at that. 32. We actually have a balance change because 32 is a little bit too good already. You'll see that in the PTS. It's actually 30. Don't worry about that right now. Balance team doing a good job keeping me on my toes.
Can you put it on 32 for my account only? Can
Yeah,
you leave it on 32?
I can do whatever you want.
That'd be sweet.
I actually don't think I can do literally any of that, but I
No,
like
it's
the idea
important
of it.
probably to say that you can't and you won't.
Yep.
Because there are probably implications there if people thought otherwise. But yes, this looks and feels. I don't even have to be playing with it to know that it feels good. The audio team, I think, did a wonderful job here on this one.
Yeah, Andrea, Garrett Turner, both of them
Yep.
doing just an absolutely incredible job for us. They also respond very well to me when I'm like, I need it to sound like a god shooting the gun.
Well, and that's so
they're
important.
like, oh, I
They're
get it.
Yeah, I get it. And that's so important, isn't it? When it's one thing if audio sometimes I think could be underappreciated. I mean, it's one thing. You have this gun that you see the numbers pop up and they're chunky if we're sticking with the trend that we've established here. But to really tie everything together, you need the audio, you need the sound, and I think on the Hydra, from what we can hear here, it sounds awesome.
Yep. Now,
tracking very well.
What we haven't done yet is listen to the clips, Brad. So if we could get
that's true. We've got the gun.
If we could just
got
go
the
through
passive.
a couple, you know, just pick
This
a couple.
will give you a sense of Runway's personality, I have to imagine.
Yep.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Let's get the
Pretty as a picture. That was gorgeous.
This all tracks.
Oh, well done. It appears I owe you an apology. Well, what did you expect?
That's my favorite.
What did you expect? These are so good.
Of course, dear.
See, I don't know. All that tracks in my mind because it's
Well,
like the
What did you expect?
it kind of comes off as like the
Uh-huh.
pompous, like rich British lady, but in reality, well, maybe that's exactly what she is. But
Yep.
then she'll turn around and shoot you in the face with a gun, and
You know it.
I think that blends her character together very well.
Yep.
So awesome job on the voice work as well
Yeah.
for Runway. Thumbs up all around.
Corinne actually is the one who did a lot of the VO work on here, and she did just writing the script, and she did an absolutely stellar job. Now, some of you are probably wondering, can Glitch hack this? Yes, Glitch can
That is a good
obviously
question.
hack this. EMPs obviously will destroy it. Players can shoot it to destroy it as well. So there is a decent amount of counterplay inside of there. And you can destroy it if you really want to,
Yep.
like, you know, kind of make your teammates mad.
Right.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
shall we show off the Runway cosmetics at this point?
Yeah, I think at this point, we've done the Hydra, we've shown the shop, we've
Yep.
shown the passive, we've shown the ability.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, the viewers have been teased for so long. I said, who's that? Along, you know, we were looking
Yep.
at the mastery rewards. No doubt that's still in the back of their mind. There's no way that flew under the radar. So eventually, we're gonna have to reveal exactly who that was.
Do it.
Unfortunately, it's not gonna be the first one that we show off. We're gonna have to wait a
Come
little bit
on.
longer. Me and my rabid excitement about seeing the Hydra. Everyone's gonna have to wait to see who that lady was in the game banner there. All right, so the first one we're gonna get to look at here, Gilded Runway.
She's
My
so
goodness.
regal.
Right, I was gonna say. I mean, it ties in with the voice pack so well, so regal. Got the white gloves on.
Uh-huh.
This one fits.
You
This one's
have
good.
to be just so full of swag to pull off white gloves.
You think you could pull off white gloves?
Absolutely not.
No, I
Too
don't
basic.
think I could either. I don't have a chance
My wife?
in the world.
Probably.
Probably.
She's got way more swag than me.
Yeah, this and Runway's got swag to boot. It kind of looks like there. So that
I don't know what that means, but yes, to boot.
You know, I've always just assumed that meant like extra. You've got extra swag. It's definitely something I've said before, so hopefully
I trust you.
I'm using it right. Yeah, you probably shouldn't trust me. But you can trust me in that I'm finally going to reveal exactly who that was in the banner a little bit earlier on.
Yes.
Gun Runner Runway is going to be the next skin
This is the special
that we
one.
get to take a look at. And there she is.
Oh,
Who is
that's
that?
hot, boys.
This is young Runway. This is, so when Runway, at the very beginning of her career, this is what Runway used to look like. She has aged gracefully, but on character release, you will be able to purchase
Calm down, Rishikesh. Calm down.
legendary skin for her, which is the younger version of her, and it just looks so awesome. This was definitely one of those pieces where the art team got fired up, the senior leadership got excited about this one, and it was, well, let's deliver something truly special here and try to get a legendary skin on the release of this character, and the fact that we were able to pull off is truly awesome.
Yeah, Runway deserves it. Some awesome skins there for Runway. This has been actually a pretty packed little update coming into Rogue Company here.
It's
This
not,
is the
it's
Runway
not
update.
little.
Yeah, no, it's beefy. I
Taking
say little,
years
and that's
off
a
of everyone's life.
misnomer. All right, so we got what? Weapon mastery,
Yep.
new shooting range,
Yep.
new skins being added into the game.
You know it.
Bunch of weapon balance.
All of it.
And also a new rogue getting added in Runway. Scott, I'll give you the floor here. Any kind of final thoughts on this update? I imagine you're excited for the players to get in, try out the weapon masteries, try out the new rogues. I'll hand it over to you. Any last thoughts on this?
One of the most important pieces for all of our updates, especially when it comes to PTS or anything else along those lines, we want to hear from you. We want the feedback. Let us know, how do you like weapon mastery? What do you think of those weapon milestones inside of there? Do you like those cosmetics? What do you think of Runway? All of these pieces, right? We know on our side that weapon mastery is going to introduce a good amount of balance in issues inside of there, and we did a pretty good job, we believe, of hitting a couple of the most offending weapons. And so we want to make sure that we have an open dialogue between the design and the Rogue Company development team and the community. So if you guys get in there and you experience any issues, feel free to just reach out to me, post on the Reddit, any social media. We want to hear from you.
And so, with any big update that we've now established is a big update, come big changes, and feedback then, of course, is important. Guys, we can't wait for you to get into the game, try out all of these new things, and, of course, give us your feedback and let us know how you're feeling. Scott Gandhi, thanks for sitting down with me, discussing the Runway update. Can they see that? Does that track on camera?
I guess we can do it in your face.
Oh, he socked me in the face, and I got to go, I don't know, clean up a bloody nose or something. Anyway, thanks, everyone, for watching the Runway update show. It's been Dolson and Scott Gandhi bringing it to you. Make sure to tune in, I don't know, next time for the next update. We'll see you in the game. Goodbye.
So that's the update stream, boys. I will be live. I will be live tomorrow again, testing out the public testing server. So tomorrow I will have a stream again around the same time. Public testing server will be live. I will be testing out this new update, Runway and Weapon Mastery. All of the stuff I will be testing out live on the stream tomorrow in a public testing server. So tune in. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated when I go live tomorrow. And this new update should come out in a week or two from now. I'm going to head off. I'm going to call it a night on this one. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned into the stream. Tomorrow I'll be live on a public testing server and we can discuss in full how we experience the new Rogue and then also Weapon Mastery. Thank you so much for everyone who was supporting this channel, who was here for the whole stream. I do appreciate it a lot. You guys are the true legends, and I hope you guys are also excited. I don't want to talk too much now about the new update yet. I don't want to talk too much. I'm gonna go think about it. I'm gonna go watch the video again, absorb everything, and then tomorrow in the public testing server we can have a in-detail discussion on all of this new stuff that will be dropping. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, and hopefully you guys are also as excited as I am, because this is going to be one of the biggest updates in the history of Rogue Company. Weapon Mastery, new Rogue, balance fixes, man, that Weapon Mastery skins, all of those new skins, it is insane. It is insane. This is going to be one big update. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. Hope you guys have an awesome Friday evening, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow live for the public testing server. This is Mr. Beefy signing off. Mr. Beefy!